Let us find the sum to infinity of each geometric sequence if it exists. There is a clause here that if it exists, because the sum may not always exist. Sometimes it's possible to find the sum, sometimes it's not. It all depends on the kind of terms that are in the sequence. Number 1, 128, 32, 8, and 2. In this sequence, we are given that the first term is equal to 128, and the common ratio is 1/4. How do we know that the common ratio is 1/4? 2 divided by 8 is equal to 1/4. Now, since the common ratio is less than 1, or the absolute value of the common ratio is less than 1, yes, it is possible to find the sum. Our formula for finding the sum is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. We now substitute the given values, and the sum is equal to 128 over 1 minus 1/4. 1 minus 1/4 is 3/4. So this will become 128 over 3/4. Then, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of this divisor. So this is 128 times 4/3. Then we multiply 128 times 4, that is 512 all over 3. This is already an answer, but if you want it in another form, then this is 170 and 2/3. Or if you want it in decimal, then this is 170.67. All these are correct. Just depends on the choices given to you when you are taking an exam. So this is the sum of this infinite geometric sequence. Second example, 36, 6, 1, 1/6. The first term is 36 and the common ratio is 1/6. 1 divided by 6 is 1/6. Again, the absolute value of the common ratio, 1/6, is less than 1. Therefore, it is also possible to get the sum. So, S is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. Substituting, this is 36 over 1 minus 1 over 6. 1 minus 1 over 6 is 5 over 6. So, 36 over 5 over 6. And again, we multiply 36 with the reciprocal of 5 over 6. So, 36 times 6 over 5. 36 times 6 is 216, then over 5. We can divide, and we will get 43.2. Number 3, 1, 3, 9, 27, and so on. Given a sub 1 equals 1 and common ratio is 3. This common ratio is more than 1. Therefore, getting the sum is impossible or not possible. Now, you think about that. You have a series of numbers wherein these numbers keep getting bigger and bigger. And this sequence of numbers is infinite. So it really makes sense that getting the sum is impossible. So again, the sum does not exist. We also say that the sequence is a divergent sequence. Example 4, negative 3, 1, negative 1/3, 1 over 9. In this example, the first term is negative 3. The common ratio is negative 1/3. Why? Just divide. Negative 1/3 divided by 1 is negative 1/3. And we can say that the common ratio is still less than 1, or the absolute value of the common ratio is still less than 1. And so, getting the sum is still possible. So let's solve. The sum is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. Substituting, the sum is equal to the first term, negative 3, all over 1 minus r, that is negative 1/3. So, this is the subtraction sign, and this is the negative for the 1/3. Now, this 1 minus 1/3 will become 1 plus 1/3. So, S is equal to negative 3 over 1 plus 1/3. And then 1 plus 1/3 is 3 times 1, 3, plus 1, 4. 4 over 3. So s equals negative 3 over 4 over 3. Then we multiply this negative 3 with the reciprocal of 4 thirds. So that will be negative 3 times 3 fourths. 3 fourths is the reciprocal of 4 thirds. Then we multiply negative 3 times 3, and that will be negative 9, then over 4. So this is the answer. This is also the same as negative 2 and 1/4. Or if we divide 9 by 4 and get a decimal answer, it will be negative 2.25. So this is the answer to this question. All these are equal. It all just depends on the choices given to you in your exam. Now I want you to try number 1, 2, and 3 here. Find the sum to infinity of each geometric sequence if it exists.